our YouTube channel. Okay, 9 p.m. everyone. Warm welcome. Warm welcome to this special webinar. And this special webinar is called Qualities, Habits, and Mindset of Successful Long-Term Investors. So warm welcome everyone. Warm welcome to this special webinar tonight. I'm Priyanka Bhatia from Women on Wealth, and I'm leading from my beautiful home office in Delhi. If you can hear me and if you can see me clearly, give me a big hi in the comments box. It is great to be leading this webinar. Hey, Archana, good to see you. I'm super excited to see you, Vamika, Gayatri, Harshala. Yes, Samsung, please rename yourself. I would like to call you appropriately. Got that, Durga, Japneet. I'm super excited to share very powerful principles around money and investments today that can help you get access to your personal financial goals. So if you're excited, like me, you're happy to see me like I'm happy to see you, just type in happy. Because this webinar, I know, can change your life, your financial future. Got that, everyone. It could change the economy of your family. This webinar could change the way you approach investments, your money life. Because the world is changing so fast and we are living in such interesting times in the history of the world where we could grow our money, build our financial success with wherever we are in lives, whatever we might be doing, how much we might be making, everything included. A bit about me. So I work from home and I'm able to create wealth, build my own property, double my money with mutual funds and other investments by investing small amounts of money that I earned initially. I'm going to today share some of the qualities, habits, and mindset with you today of successful long-term investors so that you can achieve your financial goals with velocity. And you don't have to go through college or any finance degree for years for this. So I'm going to share a simple formula that can help you alter your money life within the next 60 days or maximum 6 months to master wealth creation. So if you're ready, type in game on. Let me see how many of you will take this knowledge and implement starting tonight. Type in game on. Let me see how many of you are on. Got it, Vamika, Durga, Harshita. What about others? How many of you are in this game? Yes, Archana. Got it, Harshala. Yes, I hear you guys. First of all, let me acknowledge you. You know, it is Wednesday, it's night, Wednesday night, and you've taken time off and you're attending this webinar. You could be doing so many other things, chilling, entertaining yourself right now, being with family. And I want to acknowledge you that you are here with me to build your qualities, habits, mindset of a successful investor. And I promise that I'm going to give my best in my power at this time for the next 90 minutes so that you derive value and you move forward. And before we get started, here are some ground rules for you. So number one rule is that the webinar will run for 90 minutes. So if you have any appointments within these 90 minutes, I suggest you leave right now because there's no point leaving in between. So either you leave right now or stay till the end. If you're going to stay till the end, just type I am in the comments box. If you're going to stay till I leave, that is 10:30 p.m. India time. Let me see how many of you're committed. Got it. Harshita is, Archana, Vamika. I see you guys. Durga, Harshala, Rabia, Preeti. Got it. And I trust you have pens and papers ready. Please take notes. This webinar can change your money life. Even one idea here could alter your money life forever. You know, one day exactly like this, I was sitting with one of my mentors. I took action on one of the ideas that they gave, and that changed my money life forever. I was able to double my money with my investments. I was able to buy my first property with just limited amounts of money in my pocket. This is because I was able to implement that one idea that came from them. So don't underestimate the knowledge that you get today because it can change your money life. So if you don't have pens and papers, I suggest you quickly go ahead and bring one. Grab one right away for yourself. We're going to have the Q&A section towards the end. So if you're bubbling with questions, note them down. Don't ask me questions in between because that's going to break the flow of the webinar. So today's webinar is not just around boring stuff. I'm not going to show you a boring PPT. I'm going to show you the exact formula, the mindset, the qualities, the habits I built and 5,000 women in my Women on Wealth community built, and how we built financial success. So I'm going to show you the qualities, habits of a financial investor, successful investor. Are you okay seeing that? With this system, I have managed to derive a lot of financial results in my life. So just type in yes in the comments box if you're ready to see my financial system, and it will need 90 minutes. So ask all your questions in the end. And when I ask for a response, I would love a response. The reason I'm doing this webinar live is so that I'm able to engage with you. I want to take everybody's name. So Harshala, Durga, Gayatri, Harshita, Rabia. I want to take everybody's name. Japneet, Gayatri, Vidya, yeah, Vamika, I see you. So I want to take everybody's name. Yes, Mithal, and engage with you. So I want to see people, engage with them, call out your names and be with you. And here is what you're going to learn in the webinar today. So I'm going to share with you 3 concepts today around wealth creation that can help you get access to your wealth creation. So today you're going to learn key qualities, habits, and mindset that successful long-term investors possess, and how you can cultivate these traits to enhance your own investment journey. So type in RTS if you are ready to start, ready to begin, ready to learn. Type in RTS. How many of you are ready? Yes, got it. Got it. I want to hear from everybody. Are you ready? Ready to start? Got it. Yes, 536048. I need to know your name, please. Didi. I would like to call out on you. Sunita, good to see you. Yes. Got it. Got it, everybody. Japneet and everybody here. And now I'm going to share some quick statistics with all of you. Do you know that women own only 1% of the world's wealth? And this is despite comprising 50% of the global population. Isn't that interesting? We are 50% of the population, and then we just own 1% of the world's wealth. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's sad, Gayatri. Absolutely. Do you know, guys, that about 38% of married women consider their spouse to be the primary decision maker for long-term financial planning? Do you know that only 30% of women worldwide are financially literate? Are you ready to change this with me? And this change begins with you changing yourself. You building your financial literacy first. The bigger change begins where you are. Type in ready if you're ready for this change. Sheetal, thank you so much for joining in. Yeah. Sheetal is my team member, everyone. So ready to change, everyone? Yes, Archana is ready. Got that, Shalini? Didi, yes, Didi did share her name. Didi, you didn't rename yourself. Do rename. Got it, Harshita, Durga, Gayatri, Vamika. You're all ready to change. Got that. I have Basu. I'm not sure if that's your name. I'm not sure. Basu. Yes, Sunita, Mittal, Vidya, Preeti. So let's begin. Okay, Basu, got it. So who are we? What do we do? So we are Women on Wealth, and we help women take charge of their finances. So we run online financial training and coaching programs so that women can learn how they can manage their money and grow it effectively. We've now been operational for the last 13 years, and we've helped over 5,000 women till now. These women have become debt free. They've come out of living paycheck to paycheck. They today save at least 25% more than they ever saved. Many women have built their own investment portfolios. They've learned the step-by-step methodologies to pick good quality investments. Some of them even generate 20 to 40% returns on their investments year on year. Some have managed to buy their own properties, start their own businesses without depending on their husband, father, broker, advisor. Some women today are recognized as the finance ministers of their house, and they're getting involved in major financial decision making in their families. So if you look at finance, finance has been a male domain in our families. And our intention at Women on Wealth is to make it gender free. Because we at Women on Wealth believe that finance is a system and everyone can learn it. Finance is not a gender role. It is not something only for the men to do. Finance is a system, and every woman with basic IQ and basic math skills can learn it. And now a little bit about me. So if you ever thought that you need to be from a finance background to manage your money, or you thought you need to be good with maths, numbers, and calculations to manage your money, or you thought you need to be a man to manage your money, then note, I am not a man. And I don't come from a finance background. I come from a journalism background. That's what my education, my higher education has been in. I used to be a reporter with news agencies like the Press Trust of India, United News of India, and more, where I had a great salary, which I used to spend on branded shoes, clothes, bags, and some spa. I always wanted to create wealth, and I just didn't know how to do that. And I got a big shock when one of my male colleagues ended up buying a property. He was at the same position as mine, same salary as mine. And he ended up buying a property while I had not even managed to save that much money. So that's where my quest to wealth began. And I thought the first person to take guidance from is my dad. And like any well-meaning man, my dad mentioned about traditional investments like public provident fund, PPF, and fixed deposits. I did those investments, and very soon I realized that the rates of return were so low. And I had big goals. I wanted to buy my own property in Delhi NCR, earn from my investments, ultimately build a corpus for my business. And I knew none of those goals were possible. If I continue to manage my money the way I was managing and invested the way I was investing, I knew I would not reach my goals. So I knew I had to take some different actions to get a different result. And one of the different actions that showed up for me was to check with this male colleague of mine who had ended up buying a property. And when I checked on him, he mentioned that he invests in the stock market. So straight I went ahead, opened a Demat account, I got myself a broker, and I started buying and selling whatever my broker told me to do. Only to realize in 2008 that I lost 90% of what I had invested. And at that time, I was so sad and disgusted with what had happened that I thought wealth creation was just not for me. and that I should give up. And I literally gave up on wealth creation. I gave up on wealth creation until I found my mentors. And I found 4 mentors: a woman stock investor, a property investor, a serial entrepreneur, and a business coach. And when these guys began to guide me and they gave me little exercises to do, financial clarity began to emerge in my life. Like I exactly knew how much money was coming into my life, how much money was going out, where that money was going, how much money I needed to reach my financial goals, where I needed to invest, and how much I needed to invest to reach my financial goals. My stock investor mentor taught me a step-by-step methodology to pick good quality stocks. Until then, I had no idea that there was any step-by-step methodology to pick any kinds of investments. So I learned the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality stocks, went back to the stock market with a lot of courage. And it was different this time because I started by making 70,000 rupees in 120 minutes. And I kept making money like that till the point that I could double the entire fund that I had invested in the stock market. And I bought my first property in Delhi NCR. And then there was no looking back. I built a well-diversified investment portfolio without depending on anyone in my life. I picked the best quality mutual funds, other investments, bonds, etc. I doubled my money with almost all the investments that I was doing. I started earning from my investments, and my earnings from my investments were more than what my expenses were. And at that point, I knew I was free to take up meaningful projects in my life. So I quit my job, and 2011, we started Women on Wealth. Since then, there's no looking back. We've been privileged to have made a difference to over 5,000 women. And we've been covered by the BBC News, NDTV 24/7 News Channel, Zee Business News Channel, Hindustan Times newspaper, Economic Times newspaper, the Live Mint paper, Femina magazine, Huffington Post, Entrepreneur magazine, and a series of women's blogs and posts. Also, Cherie Blair, who is wife of Mr. Tony Blair, the ex-UK Prime Minister, she came from London specially to visit us in Delhi and offered us the India partnership to her Cherie Blair Foundation. And since then, we've been nominating women from India to the foundation in London. So this is pretty much about me and us at Women on Wealth. And together, we are on a mission at Women on Wealth. We're committed that we will make 50 lakh women financially educated by 2030. Are you ready for this, everyone? Type in ready if you're ready. How many of us are ready? How many of us are ready for this? Got there. Sunita, Vamika, Harshala, Motorola, I need to know your name. Yes, Basu, Durga, Komal, Mitali, Harshita, Kim, Didi, yes, ready. It's been high time. Absolutely. Yes, Divya. Mittal, Salini, got it. As we celebrate you today, we celebrate our students, our women who chose wealth creation, who chose to take charge of their finances. As we celebrate all of them today, here is Dr. Nisha, a dental surgeon in Tirur in Kerala. Here is her financial success today. She says my debt reduced by 25%, and I experienced a 25% increase in my overall investment portfolio. Encouraged by my father and later by my husband, I did what I could to save and invest in a variety of policies and mutual funds, but my money was not growing much. How many of you are there? You've invested in policies, mutual funds. Your money is not growing much. Dr. Nisha was exactly there. She says Women on Wealth programs have turned her portfolio around. Didi, you've been there? Got it, Sunita, been there? Harshala? Here is what's possible even for you. A 25% increase in your investment portfolio. A 25% reduction in your debt. Here is Sunita Sibish, who works at DHL Logistics in Mumbai. She says, finance is no longer the rocket science I once believed it to be. I started investing in mutual funds after the course, something I thought was only for high income individuals. Now I know that it is also for folks like financial history or expertise. So, number one, how many of you think finance is rocket science? Type in me. Because here you can see Sunita telling you that finance is not rocket science. Got it, Arshita, Gayatri, Didi. Here is another thing I want to know. How many of you think it is for high income individuals? Type in me. Yeah, Didi, you're so scared of it. I hear you. Got it, Harshula. Yes, Gayatri. Again, Didi. What about others? Got it, Mittal. How many of you think you need a background in finance for this? Yeah, Harshita. How many of you think that, yeah, to excel with investments, you need a background in finance? Well, here is Sunita telling you exactly the opposite. So you may want to check on your limiting beliefs, huh? Got it, Vamika? Here is Pinky Saharan, who's an IT professional with Intel in Bangalore. She says, I've invested in mutual funds for the first time ever in my life. That too, with complete analysis and understanding. Do you get that? You invest in mutual funds with complete analysis, your own analysis and understanding. How many of you pick mutual funds because your banker says buy this? Because your agent tells you, your husband tells you, broker, some advisor says, oh, buy this mutual fund. How many of you are dependent? Got it, Vamika? Takes courage to acknowledge that I don't do my own analysis. I don't even know how to do the analysis. Got it, Vamika? Kim, Mittal, I hear you. Thank you for acknowledging this. And this is the shift that's possible for you, where you pick your investments, best quality investments, with your analysis and understanding. Yeah, you're blindly trusting the agents right now. Absolutely. And that's not how you make money. And all these women have achieved this financial success with the curriculum for financial education at Women on Wealth. Our level 1 program is called Money Gym, Your Personal Finance Mastery. Today, you are in a special introduction to this level 1 program of ours. Our level 2 program is called the Art of Picking Quality Stocks for Beginners. And our level 3 program is called the Wine Women Investor Program. Also, we have a lot of free resources for you. So Monday, 5 p.m. live on Instagram, we have the Wake Up Women series. Tuesday, 10 a.m., we have the decoding of the ET Wealth newspaper. Thursday, 10 a.m., we have My Investment Mastery series. To take advantage of all these free resources, make sure you connect with us right now. The links to join us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn are on your Zoom chat right now. So click on the links, join us for your financial success. And for those of you who are on your laptops, you could scan this QR code to follow us on Instagram. Type in joined once you've joined us for your financial success. I'm waiting. Let me see how many of you are ready for your financial success for a lifetime. Remember, we don't need to get rich for now. We need sustained wealth creation. We need to create wealth for the rest of your life. Got it? Didi has joined us. Basu has joined us. Yes. Didi, you need to tell me your name again. Let me rename you. 536048. You've still not renamed yourself. So I want to do that. Got it, Delna. I hear you. Yeah, Durga, done? Okay. What about others? Yeah, Harshila, Divya, got it. Kim, I hear you. I'm putting the links again for everybody who may have missed it. Got it, Japneet, Apeksha, Harshita. Here is the link to follow us on LinkedIn. So you can scan the QR code and join us on LinkedIn here. So done. Let's move forward. So today, with all that I share with you in this webinar until 10:30 p.m., I help you get access to build your dream investment income, double your wealth, and buy back that precious time that you've sold to organizations or your work, and actually achieve complete financial freedom today. So remember, for those of you who be with me till 10:30 p.m., today I'm going to get you a free gift before I close this webinar today to get you access to this and much more. So stay tuned, everyone. And now start typing. Tell me, why become an investor or at all? What's the point? What's the point? Why become an investor? Why do you want to become an investor? What's the point? For your financial freedom, Archana? Financial abundance? Got it. Yeah. For building your financial security, Kim. Yeah, Basu, best source of passive income. Yeah, investments help you build a passive income. Yes, have an alternate money flow system, not depend on your job, business. Yeah, early retirement. Got it. Build a corpus. Got it, Durga, Harshala, everybody. Yes, Shalini, secure your future. Build your financial independence, Sunita. Sure, so that your money grows while you grow. And how many of you see that becoming an investor is not a choice now? It's a necessity for women. Type in me if you see that it is your financial requirement to have money of your own. It's no more a choice for women. It's no more that time that men will earn, men will build the family security while women just sit back, take care of family. Times have changed. Yeah? Delna, Sunita, Harshita, Durga. Let me explain to you why I say this. You know, why am I saying that this is your financial requirement? You know, why am I saying this is no more a choice for women? Having a retirement fund. How many of you know that the World Health Organization have said that women are living longer than men? How many of you know this, that the World Health Organization has said this? That women are living longer than men. And if we continue to depend on men, we're going to suffer in our old age. How many of you know that? Type in me. You know that women are living longer. I don't mean to scare you, but I want you to know that this is a requirement. No more a choice. Yeah, Kim, I see that. Sunita, Durga, Harshita. Why is it a financial requirement? Well, because children are our priority. How many of you are comfortable that your children take up education loan? And maybe you don't really sponsor their education. How many of you really want to sponsor their education? You think, no, yeah, this is my job. I better have money for their education. Right? I brought them to this world not to suffer and not to, kind of drown them in loans right from the first job that they take up. Well, because you want to take vacations, you want to take breaks, you don't want to be occupied with job and family responsibilities. You want a break. Everybody wants a break. And because women now want to buy their dream house, they also want to have a property of their own or jointly own the property with their husband. Yeah, Durga, child education cannot be stopped because of money. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that how you're taking responsibility. You're saying, yeah, my child's education will not stop because of money. So I better have the money, right? I better do my job as a mother, not sit back, just depend on my husband to do it. My question for all of you is, can you achieve all these financial goals without investing your money? Type in yes if you can. Type in no if you can see, if you're getting my point, that you cannot achieve these goals without investing your money. Like without growing your money, this is not possible. Got it? Delna, Sunita, you guys can see that, hey, I can't achieve these goals by not investing my money. Got it, Kim? I hear you guys. Unless I hit a jackpot. Absolutely, Durga. These goals are not possible if we don't grow our money over and above inflation. So when I'm saying investing, I am talking about you growing your money over and above inflation. I am introducing you to Martha Anitha. She's a 48-year-old woman. She's in a job, earns well. So here is what she says. She says, I'm in a private job. I will not get any pension at retirement. Right? I knew I will not have enough for retirement if I continue to invest in gold, provident fund, and other traditional instruments. Let me take you back. How many of you are actually just investing in gold, provident fund, traditional investments? Like, I want to know how many of you are investing in provident fund. Type in me. If you have an employee provident fund or a public provident fund, you're investing in that. Gayatri, yes? Got it, Nitya? Tell me, what is the rate of return of provident fund? Everyone. What is the rate of return? Yeah, Delna, you can relate to her. Kim, it is not 7.5. So employee provident fund, Kim and everybody, it is 7.6%. Okay, employee provident fund. And public provident fund, if you're doing it, is 7.1. Now tell me, what is the inflation rate? I'm typing inflation here so that we know that now we're talking about inflation. Now tell me, what is the inflation rate? By what percentage year on year is the, are the expenses going up? Yeah, 6.5% on an average, Vamika? 8%, Sunita? Okay. Well, if you talk about retail inflation, it is 7%, right? Now tell me, if inflation is 7, Provident Fund is generating 7.1 or 7.6. Do you think you are growing your money and you will have enough for retirement if you continue like this? Brilliant, Vamika. You're right. Not at all. We're never getting there. We're never having a pension because our money ain't growing. Got it, Sunita. Never, Nitya. Thank you. Thank you for participating, everyone. And this is what Martha realized. So she joined Women on Wealth. She chose to join Women on Wealth and she learned how to pick good quality modern investments like mutual funds, say bonds. And she built a well-diversified investment portfolio on her own. without depending on anyone in her life. Today, she's an independent equity investor. She's a financial guide to her family. And she says, I'm on track and building my own retirement fund confidently and independently. She's growing her money at 12 to 15% with these modern investments, while inflation is 7%, 6, 7%, 8% also. Are you inspired? Are you ready to move beyond a dependent way of operating? Got that, Dalna? Thanks for that private message. I acknowledge you. I acknowledge you. Thank you for saying this. Yeah, Gayatri? Because I want to see every woman moving ahead. Just doing traditional investments ain't going to get us there. Number 2 point I want to make today is that you can lose your money if you invest it for less than 5 years in modern investments. How many of you want some get rich quick scheme? Like, I want to be rich within 1 year. Like, I want an investment. A lot of you, a lot of women I know get into stock trading with that mentality, right? That I want to make some quick bucks. I want to invest my money and I want to generate an income now. It's a myth. Let me tell you that. There is no get rich quick scheme here. Whether in the stock market, whether with mutual funds, whether with bonds, any other modern investments. There is no get rich quick scheme. Anybody selling you that, please stay away. So I do one-on-one sessions. And then, just a couple of days ago, I had this very smart woman come to me and, she said how she was scammed, right? Because she was promised some get rich quick scheme and she fell for it. Yeah, Della, absolutely. Don't we all just want that? We all want some lottery. But there is none. Can we be real? Can we really be realistic? So please remember that you can lose money. Okay, if you choose to invest for less than 5 years. Look at investments as a business, everyone. Like, you don't expect your business to run from day one. You don't expect clients from day one of opening a shop. You sit in the shop day and night. You sit every day from a certain time when you open that shop, when the, shutters are down. Investing is like that. It's a business. You need to sit in your shop for, with discipline for that dedicated time. Be at it. And then 5 years time, 7 years time, you expect break even to happen in businesses. In investments, you expect huge returns to happen in 5 years time. Our community members are doubling their money every 5 years now. But you can't get into modern investments with a short time horizon because the risk is higher in the short term. How many of you relate to this? Type in relate. If you can relate to what I'm talking about. Type in relate, everyone. If you can see that, yeah, I know risk is higher in the short term. I cannot go about increasing my risk. So I need to minimize my risk. What do I need to do? I minimize my risk. I maximize my potential to grow my money. How do I maximize? By building this understanding, this thought process. I am here for the long run. Yeah, Sunita, Rome wasn't built in a day. Brilliant. You said it. Bingo. Your wealth, your property, retirement, that child's higher education ain't going to get built in a day. Got to be at it. So what you can get is incremental growth in the short term. But if you're looking for that exponential growth, it's not possible in the short term. No get rich quick scheme here. There's none whatsoever, no matter what anyone promises. So I want to know your stories, okay? In one word, tell me, how can long-term investing help you reach your financial goals? From your own story of life, from your own experience, I want you to tell me how long-term investing can help you reach your goal, whether it is retirement, child's education, buying that property, those dream vacations. How can this help you? Yeah. But how can it help you build towards that retirement, Gayatri? How can it help you build that dream vacation? Yeah. So maybe, one of you is writing to me privately that, once I clear my debt, I think I can reach my goal. I can then begin. No. So you have to parallelly work. So your debt repayment plan and investment plan has to run parallelly. How long-term investing helps? Compounding grows your money with velocity. So in the initial years, you can expect lower returns. Like, initially I would make, say, 12% return year on year. Then with modern investments, my returns grew to 15%, then to 19%. In some investments, it grew to 22%. Then I saw even 51% return year on year. So initially, when you begin, the returns are lower. But as you keep progressing, as you keep investing more money over the long term, what happens? The returns increase. And with that, reaching your financial goals becomes possible. Do you agree? Are you clear that this is your financial requirement? Type in agree if you do. If you can see, it is not your goal. You can see that you need to invest. It's a need for women now to invest their money. And that too for longer time. Let's stop fooling ourselves that there is any get rich quick scheme. Let's stop fooling ourselves. Please. You know what? Nobody can fool us if we are not ready to be fooled. If we get that there is no short-term get-rich quick scheme, we have to be here, we have to invest for the long term, and it is our financial requirement. Brilliant. Delna is saying it. Delna is saying it to sum it up. Once I am financially literate, I can reach there. The very reason for her to be here. Absolutely. So then let's begin with the 3 concepts of long-term investing today. And concept number 1 is, what are those qualities of successful long-term investors that you need to build, like I said, to become financially successful? What are those qualities? I've written some of them here. Patience. You got to be patient. वो हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, हाय हाय मचाने से कुछ नहीं होगा. We got to slow down. We got to be disciplined. Got to be disciplined. There is no other way. Yeah, Sunita, consistent. We got to be consistent. Like some of us, we will build a financial strategy, we will build an investment strategy, but then we go about taking tips from everywhere and doing everything. Doesn't work. We need to have one strategy. One thing we learn, one thing we do, that's about it. We stick to it. Like in my case, I only pick good quality, best quality investments. Like, and a banker can come and tell me 20 different mutual funds or policies he thinks are best for me. But if my analysis tells me that that's the best mutual fund, I have picked it. And I have 19% return, 22% return there in that mutual fund. Right? So I am not going to fall for all these tips that people just come and give me. So I want to know how many of you know that there is analysis to be done for picking best quality investments. Type in me if you know that there is simple analysis that you can do. Like I'm not talking about rocket science, okay? Rocket science type of analysis, no. I'm talking about simple analysis that we can do as women. And look at it, guys. I don't come from a finance background. Got it, Harshita, Basu, Japneet. So like, I can tell you, like just to pick good quality mutual funds, we have, at Women on Wealth, we have built 6 years of trial and error, guys, I've done. And we have built a 20-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds. It takes me over 4 hours in my Money Gym program to train women in that methodology. Right? So we need to have one approach and then just follow it. That's critical. Are you getting this, everyone? Type in got it. If you're getting, these 3 things, patience, discipline, and analytical approach. Type in got it if you're getting this. Because these qualities are the most basic that we need to be starting from. Got it. Gayatri, Harshita, I'm glad. Yeah, Japneet. Durga, Basu, I hear you guys. So, the only way for you to exponentially grow your money for wealth creation, you need to imbibe these qualities of a long-term investor. Like you can't keep fighting for the rest of your life that I need money right now. You will have money in the right now once you start thinking for the long term. Like, like today, I saw how I make 1 lakh per month from my investments. And I'm 39 today. I started at the age of 21. I mean, I wanted 1 lakh every month from my investments at age 21. Right? I wanted it. But I knew that I have to be at it. And I have to have some strategy to get there. Like I can't have it in the now without any strategy, without building any patience, without any discipline, without any analysis of my own. Ain't happening. It's all wishful thinking then. I want to introduce you to one of our community members of Women on Wealth. She's Meryl Dines, communication expert. She lives in Goa today. When she came to us in a similar introduction session in 2017, her salary was increasing year on year, but her wealth wasn't. She could see that she has none of these qualities of a long-term investor. Like she has no way to analyze any investment. She could see that she completely lacks investment knowledge. She lacks guidance. She could see that, all of that. And she, she joined Women on Wealth. She joined our Money Gym program. She picked good quality investments on her own, used an analysis that we taught her. In a span of the last 1 year, she's increased her net worth by 37%. Remember, what did we say was inflation rate? Come on, I want some of you guys to type. What did we say was inflation rate year on year? We just spoke about inflation, right? Yeah, 7-8%. Brilliant. And here is Meryl growing her money by 37%. And her financial transformation goes on. Can you imagine if this happened to you? Type in I can, if you can imagine this happening to you. This financial transformation for you. Got it. Harshita, Gayatri. Yeah, Sunita. Can't wait, Delna. Even I can't wait. I can't wait, really. Here is concept number 2. Habits of successful long-term investors. They would do regular research. They would be continuous learners. They would diversify their investment portfolio, and they will have a consistent investment strategy. So how many of you have heard that my investment portfolio should be diversified? I want to know this. How many of you have heard? Type in heard. If you've heard that your investment portfolio should be diversified. Like you've heard, all these phrases like, don't put all eggs in one basket. You've heard, right? All of you have. Got it. So now, one of the habits is that your portfolio should be diversified. Right? Now tell me, how many of you have a practical tool to measure diversification in your investment portfolio? Type in me if you have a practical tool to measure diversification. Like habit is not something you know. Habit is something you do, right? Like I get up in the morning at 6 a.m. It's a habit. So I do something, right? Now diversification in my investment portfolio is something I do. So I want to know how many of you have a practical tool to measure diversification. Type in me if you have one. Type in not me if you don't have one. Yeah, not me, not me. Well, all of us know this, but can you see there's a difference between knowing something and doing something? Type in C, S-E-E, if you can see that. That, yeah, I know my investment portfolio should be diversified, but hey, I don't know how to practically do this. Type in C if you can see that. S-E-E. How many of you can see that? You don't have a practical tool. You may know this, but there's a difference between knowing and doing something. Yeah, Delna, Gayatri, Arshila. What about others? Let me introduce you to a practical tool we have at Women on Wealth that helps us see in diversification at a practical level. So here, column E, if you notice here in this worksheet. So we have various worksheets, at Women on Wealth, we have various worksheets. Like we have a worksheet on financial planning, you can see here. Saving versus investing, financial security, net worth. So there are various aspects to our work. Coming back to diversification, column E, can you see, is mapping diversification practically. So say As an example, you say made a down payment for a house of 10 lakh rupees. Now 20.32% of your money has been invested in this house. Say money is lying in the Provident Fund, 10 lakh 95,000 rupees got collected. Say that is 22%. Money diversified into Provident Fund, which does not even grow above inflation, by the way. Say 20 lakhs is lying in savings bank account, which is 40.64% of your money. Can you see I've marked this red? I've red flagged this. Imagine your money is lying in investments like savings bank account, which is generating 4 to 6% rate of return year on year, while inflation is 7 to 8%. Now, no matter how much money you save or money you invest in Provident Fund or policies or post office investments, they ain't going anywhere. How many of you can relate to this? Type relate if you can relate to this. Yeah? Because the only way, I'm telling you, that you can exponentially grow your money for those financial goals, requirements, financial requirements that you have, you need to build the qualities of a long-term investor. You got to build practical habits. It can't be just a theoretical thing that, oh, my investment portfolio should be diversified. तो यहाँ भी पैसे लगा दिए, वहां भी पैसे लगा दिए, पर पता नहीं है कितने पैसे कहाँ लगा रहे हैं, क्या हो रहा है, कुछ सिस्टमैटिक नहीं है. The approach is not systematic. So what is critical? You got to build practice in the system. Theoretically knowing things, not enough. Yeah, I'm so glad you guys can relate to this. Here is what Kaveri Bharat, who's a potter, a ceramic artist in Chennai, has to say. She says, my idea of financial freedom is not to stop working. I love my work. I just don't love the stress of needing to constantly monetize it to be able to put bread on the table. In the financial future that I'm working towards, I will not have to take up jobs or clients whom I don't like. By practicing regular research and continuous learning, I have picked good quality investments. Diversification has allowed me to spread my risk, and a consistent investment strategy has ensured steady growth. Thanks to Women on Wealth, I've built a financial system to grow my money for the rest of my life. My children can go out and live their dreams without worrying about my husband and me. I don't have to worry about funding all my adventures. Women on Wealth doesn't just give you a fish to eat today. They teach you to fish so that you will never be hungry for the rest of your life. How many of you want this? You want to catch your own fish rather than depend on an advisor, broker, husband, father to hand over a fish to you. You do, Delna? Got it. Yeah, Gayatri, I acknowledge you for your desire for true financial freedom, for true financial independence. Got it, Harshita. Sunita, I acknowledge you guys. What about others? Everybody? Yeah, Parul? I'm glad you jumped in, Parul. Good to see your chat. What about others? All of you want to have somebody to give the fish to you for the rest of your lives? Got it? Kim, Harshala? Yeah. I want to know, would you like to be our next success story? We have women who have bought properties in Mumbai, the costliest city of India. And we have women in our community who have bought properties in Mumbai. They've built their investment income. They're doubling their money. They're moving and working on things that they want to do, not what their jobs, not what they have to do, like that. Concept number 3, mindset of successful long-term investors. Like I said, they have a long-term perspective. They're not just wanting to do something just for now. Right? Like how some of us just want things for now. That's not the way. You got to have sustained wealth. How many of you want sustained wealth rather than be rich for now? Type in sustained if you want to have sustained wealth for the rest of your life. Yeah, Sunita, Harshita? Like be rich for life, not just now. Yeah, got it, everybody. So having a long-term perspective. Got that, Nithya? And you need to handle volatility. Stay calm because ups and downs will happen in modern investments. So what are best quality modern investments, which will fall the least during bad times? And they will grow well in value over a period of time. Those are best quality investments. I'm repeating. They will fall the least during bad times. See, bad times will come. I'm not saying that the market will not fall. It's a pattern. So whatever is the pattern, it will repeat itself. So volatility, you got to learn to handle volatility. Rather be scared in volatility. Got to stay calm. But when you pick the best quality investments, you will be calm. And you got to embrace the mistakes of the past you may have made. All of us have made mistakes in life. We've all made money mistakes in life. Let's just learn from them and let's put them in the past now and move forward with this new way of thinking. So the only way for you to exponentially grow your money is to build your qualities, build your practical habits, build a mindset at a practical level for being successful investors. Here is something that happened on the election day. So when the election results were coming, right, in June, here is what was happening in our community, in one of our groups that we have. Women were building the mindset. So, one of them said, for me, the biggest takeaway was that I could keep a check on my emotions that day and not take any impulsive decisions. The energy in the group was just so amazing, and Priyanka's valuable inputs were the cherry on the pie. On the election day, the market was going down. And here was our community. Malobika said, conviction in the structured approach of buying every month, but also keeping money aside for extra buying opportunities. I used the latter strategy for the first time yesterday, and I'm going to continue doing an RD for such opportunities. So while people were panicking and selling in the stock market, they were selling their mutual funds and their stocks and every investment. Here in our community, because of the structured approach, women were buying. This is what she's saying. Extra buying opportunities we were catching on. Sabina Nawaz says, power of education and power of financial education is what I experienced in the last 3 days. My portfolio is 5% up today in just 10 months. Thank you, Priyanka, and the Women on Wealth community for supporting and sharing your knowledge here. Nowadays, I'm in a wow mood. And you will find thousands of such stories of women who've taken charge of their finances. They ongoingly share their successes on video, on camera, on our social media pages. These women are not just taking charge of their own finances, they're also changing the way the world sees women with money. Are you ready to be a part of this change? Would you like to be a part of this social change where not just you alter your personal finances, but you also alter the way women are seen with money by men, by people in their lives, by the next generation? How many of you can imagine this, can see this? That, yeah, let's be a part of something bigger than us. Time for some questions, everyone. Got it, Gayatri? Any questions? Any questions that you have, anything that you want to ask? And remember, no question is silly. You're not being judged. Just ask any questions you have. Sunita not speaking because we don't have that much time right now. It's 10:05 already. I have just 25 minutes to complete. Delna, you are about to write generation. And I just said that. Yeah, because I'm passionate about really having some women wealth creators as role models, women investors, role models for our daughters, our sons coming up. Gayatri, you're 58 and raring to start? Absolutely. Better late than never. I would, I would like to acknowledge we are late. 58 is definitely late. I would even say 40 is late. How many of you experience that? How many of you are 35, 40 years old, 50 years old, and you can experience already that, hey, I'm late. I better start now. Sunita, our sessions are online only. Yeah, we do only online sessions. Yeah, because we have community spread across, right? Like I just showed you, our community is spread across. You can even see Dubai in the picture. We have community members even in Sweden, London. So yeah, we're only focusing on the convenience and the ease that online world brings in. Hyderabad community, we have it, Harshita. We have a good community in Hyderabad also. You can't even see Coimbatore here, but we have community in Coimbatore also, Trivandrum, Kochi. We have community members in Jodhpur, Jaipur. So yeah, we are spread across at this point. Any questions, anyone? Even the silliest of ones? Okay, Delna, you scared. Yeah, this is a big step. Got it. But the consequences of not learning this now will be far more than attempting to face my fears. Yeah. What do you see would be the consequences if you don't start now, Delna, and everyone else? What do you think will be the impact if you don't start now, if you keep dealing? Got it? Durga, I can see your question. Sunita, I can see your question. Got it? I'll come back to the consequences while some of you write it. Durga, this is a financial planning question that you are asking. You're saying my kids are 4 years old, 8 years old. I need to build their higher education fund. How much do I need to have to start? See, at the very base, all of you need to have a minimum of 10 to 12,000 rupees per month. Saving of that much to be able to build a decent corpus for your children. Like, I can show you. Let me show you how calculations work. Like I showed you, everything is very, very practical in today's world. Let me show you a calculator, because you're asking a financial planning question. And I'm sure a lot of you have these questions, that. See this, guys. This is an online calculator that I've opened. Say you can save 10,000 per month. Okay? No matter how much your salary or incomings increase, say you just keep saving 10,000 per month. And imagine you are a knowledgeable investor, so you're also investing this money. Say you are investing for the next 20 years. You're staying invested for 20 years. Now, in good quality investments only. Say which generate an annual rate of return of, say, 12%. Now see this. After 20 years, you would have invested 24.10 lakh rupees. It would have grown to become how much? 1 crore rupees at 12% per annum. So the minimum amount of money anybody needs to have is at least 10 to 12,000 per month. And you can begin. Reaching your goal is possible if you're willing to build the skill. Right? That's the whole point. Will you teach us how to invest in the stock market? Yes, I do teach, but the question is, do you have a financial foundation in place before you jump to advanced concepts like stocks? How many of you know that? How many of you know people, or you've heard stories of people losing money in stocks? Type in me. Yeah, Sunita, I can see your hand. Thanks. Thanks for being on camera. It's encouraging to have someone sitting video on at 10 p.m. with me. Yeah, Delna, Gayatri, Harshita, Sunita, all of us have heard of stories of people losing money with stocks. Have you ever wondered why that happens? What do you think? Why do you think? Because there is enough money to be made in the stock market. We all know that. I have doubled my money with stocks. I have bought properties. Right? Yes, you get there with insufficient knowledge. Brilliant. You randomly invest, and that's a mistake you can make. By taking tips, you invest. Yeah, you panic. That's a mistake. Brilliant. Brilliant. All of you are giving me the answers. Here is one basic answer. People try to build the first floor of the building without building the ground floor. So stock investing is like building the first floor of the building without building your ground floor, which is your financial foundation. Tell me, can a financial building sustain itself without you having a strong financial foundation? Type in yes or no. Yeah. Like one of the questions, I can ask you, since, tell me, how many of you know the step-by-step methodology to build an investment portfolio, overall investment portfolio? Type in me that, yeah, I know. I have a practical tool to measure diversification. I have a practical tool to build an investment portfolio. I have practical, step-by-step methodologies I know to pick good quality investments. Yeah. Now, all of you who are saying, teach me that, I don't know this, please don't jump to advanced concepts. First, build your financial foundation. Example, first learn how to practically build an overall investment portfolio. How many of you practically know how to do financial planning? Like how much money you should invest per month, where you should invest that money, what rate of return you should generate to reach your goals. These are basic financial planning questions. So if you don't know financial planning, you don't know investment portfolio building, you don't know practical diversification, I suggest you stay away from stock trading. Okay, don't make that mistake. Brilliant. So thank you so much, everyone. I have answered as many questions I could. One of you is saying that you are a single woman, you have no one you can depend on. So it's better late than never. I hear you, I acknowledge you. Another one of you are saying you're 23, you're supporting your family's well-being. You're not left with a single money by the mid of the month. How do you start with less investments? You know what I suggest? You first begin with knowledge. Build your knowledge, later build your investments. Because if you start without knowledge, you're only going to lose money. No investments are going to get built, no savings are going to get built. What's next for you to do? Okay. Here is what I have to offer. So, first of all, I want to thank you. Thank you everyone for participating, being with me at this time. And you've been here because your goals are critical for you. So I acknowledge you for being here. And I trust you created value for yourself. From all the 3 concepts that I shared with you today, and from all the questions that I have answered for you today. And now I have some questions for you to answer. My first question to you is, how many of you realize that there is far more to learn as far as implementing this knowledge that I've shared with you is concerned? How many of you realize that? Harshita, you realize that? What about others? Yeah, Gayatri, Kim, I hear you. My second question, a more important question for all of you. How many of you realize now that by not getting into this game right now, by not implementing this financial knowledge right now, you will repeat your past? You will keep doing things in a traditional way that doesn't really work effectively anyway. How many of you realize that? Type in realize if you realize this. Got it? Delna, Gayatri, Harshita, Durga. And this is why we've designed the Women on Wealth Money Gym program. So the Women on Wealth Money Gym program is your personal finance blueprint. It is the ultimate training system that has been designed to give you access to your financial freedom. It is the ultimate training system that we've designed to give you access to your financial goals. So you could be anywhere here in your journey right now. You know, you could be a complete beginner. You could be somebody who's dependent on others for your investment decisions, financial decisions. You could have theoretical knowledge, but there is lack of implementation where you are. In 2 months' time, you have the probability of becoming a knowledgeable investor. So somebody who's confident, somebody who starts independent financial decision making, somebody who starts investing without depending on anyone in her life. I want to know, are you ready for this journey of your financial transformation in 2 months' time? Type in ready if you're ready. How many of you are ready? Absolutely ready, Delna. Got it, Harshita. What about others? You want to keep waiting? Got it, Sunita. Yeah. You have 2 options right now, everyone. Option 1 is do it alone. It will be slow. It will be time consuming for you. You would require to do a lot of trials and errors. I spent 6 years doing trials and errors. 6 years of my time and many lakhs gone. Thank goodness I started at the age of 21. So by the time it was 27, you could stay stuck in the same hamster wheel. Maybe you give up on your dreams. Option number 2 is let's do it together. You, me, our team, we do it together. It will save you time, which is your most precious asset. Everything will come back. That time won't. The time which is already lost, the time which is coming ahead is the most precious asset. You will start seeing results from day one of your participation. You will save lots of money by avoiding trials and errors. And you will become a part of women-centric investment community. Here is how it will work. Step 1, you build a vision for yourself, where you get clarity on how much money is needed to reach your financial goals. Step 2, you identify your current financial situation. So you look at how much money you're spending on things that don't align with your goals, values, and purpose in your life. Step 3, you identify your gaps. So you identify how much you should invest each month, where you should invest, for how long you should invest, and at what rates of return to reach your financial goals. Step 4, you build your first investment portfolio. So you get access to picking good quality, high return investments on your own without depending on anyone in your life. And step 5, you get financial freedom. You have no experience, it does not matter. You come from a non-finance background, it does not matter. You don't speak English, it does not matter. What you require is just 15 minutes of your dedicated time, effort daily that you're willing to put over the next 2 months. That's it. That is what it will take. Your commitment, your effort, your dedication. So if this sounds like you, and if you want to build your dream investment income, 2x your wealth, buy back your precious time to achieve financial freedom, you want to build your property, your retirement fund, your dream vacation. Over the next 3 days, I have set aside some time to talk with you one-on-one and see if I can help you. I know I cannot help everyone. So I meet people, my team and I, we meet people one-on-one and we see if we can help you. In this call, you're invited to a pre-personalized finance call. It's a Zoom call. Exactly like this, we will come together. You need to have your videos on. You need to be ready. Over this call, we will ask you questions to understand your current financial situation and your financial goals. I promise this will be the most valuable 30 to 45 minutes you will ever spend on your money life. Once you book the call, you will receive a WhatsApp message from one of our team members, Shobha. This will be one day before the scheduled date, and we'll be forced to cancel your call if you fail to reply to her message. So please don't think she's a caller. She's a financial catalyst with us at Women on Wealth, who is changing women's lives, women's financial lives. If you're ready to respect her, you're invited to book the call. You're expected to respond to her message the moment you see it. Number 2, we are trying to bring immense value on this one-on-one call with you. So it is highly appreciable that before the call, before we begin the call, you sit in a quiet place with a proper internet connection, with a notebook, with a pen, and your video on. No sleeping around, no taking it casually, no videos off, nothing. You be prepared. At the end of this call, we'll be showing you the opportunity to be a part of our Women on Wealth community. And if you fail to attend the call without any prior notice, you'll be blacklisted from our list and you will not get another chance to book the call. So ready everyone to book your call? Type in ready if you are. Then I'm going to put in the link for you to book the call. Got it. Got it. I'm glad we have women who are committed because I'm only looking for committed women. Sheetal, could you please put in the link? Thank you so much, Sheetal. Everybody, Sheetal and I, we are the partners in crime at Women on Wealth. So we train women. So here is the call. Here's the link to book the call. Once you book the call, please type in booked so that I know that you are the woman who is committed to take her money life to the next level. And remember, I have a free gift coming up. So stay tuned. Type in booked. Once you've booked, I just have limited slots. So yeah, that's how it is. Over the next 2 days, my team and I, we have limited slots. Okay, done guys. Have you booked? Shall we go to the next step now? Okay, Prajakta, I can see you've booked. Mittal, you've booked. Gayatri. Yeah, Mitali, okay. Mitali, you've also booked. Got it. Anybody else? Got it, Delna. Yes, Harshita, I can see you've booked. Brilliant. Good job. Anybody, do you need more time? Are we ready? Shall we go to the next step? It's 10:28. So we're ready to close in 2 minutes, guys. Reena, I can see you booked. Rabia, you booked. I can see. Brilliant. I'm so glad I have women who are serious about their money lives. Got it, guys? And you know what? The next thing that you need, the environment you need, is a community of women investors. How many of you agree with me? That now the next thing you need is to continue to be in such an environment. The environment you got in this webinar today. To continue to work on your money life. Gayatri, you can see that? Got it. Then here is my request to all of you. If you derived value from this webinar, if you can see that, yes, this environment needs to grow, it reaches out to more and more women, I invite you to spread this message that we are putting up next. Okay? I want you to spread this message that we are putting up next and invite women from your life into the next free webinar. Sheetal, could you please put the message out? Thank you so much, Sheetal. Everybody, if you derived value, even if it was 1% value that you derived, and you can see that, yeah, we all need this community, then please share this message with women in your life. You can share it in any WhatsApp groups you have, any Facebook groups you may be a part of, any women you know. Please copy and paste this message for women in your life. Let's grow this environment. Let's make sure that more and more women build their financial literacy in their lives. Durga and Kim, you are unable to book your appointments. I hear you. Could you send your WhatsApp number to Sheetal? Sheetal is right here with me. Could you please send her your phone numbers? And we'll be happy to help you book. Got it, Durga? Got it. I'm so glad to see you, Darshak, here. Everybody, Darshak, the man behind Women on Wealth, who is supporting the Women on Wealth team to grow, is also here. So I'm just introducing you to our team. So we are feminists, and we have men also who are supporting this feminism, which is fiscal feminism. Okay. Everybody, have you spread this message? Type in spread if you have shared it. Kim, you've sent it privately? Okay, I hear you. Got it. Yes, Harshita, thank you. Thank you for being a part of this game. Yes, Sheetal, sure. Anybody who's with us in spreading this mission, making sure more and more women take charge of their finances. Got it, Gayatri? Yeah, thank you. And now, my free gift for you. Got it, Kim? Thank you so much. My free gift for you for attending in full, for making sure you spread this work among people in your life. My way of thanking you here is an ebook, so that you can derive more value for yourself, your money life. Here it is. Thank you so much for showing up. Make sure you use the nuggets that I shared here in the webinar and the ones we are sharing in this ebook. Keep shining. Loads of financial abundance your way. Sure, Gayatri, we will see if we can fulfill on your request. And here are the links to our social media pages again. If you've not followed us as yet, make sure you do that now. Financial abundance your way, prosperity your way. May your inner Lakshmi come out and help you reach all your financial goals. Good night, Sheetal. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's late for everybody. Darshak, thank you for showing up. Loads of love. Take charge, stay safe, and I see you in the one-on-one sessions and in our